Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I'm here in the cemetery of Brookwood. It's in Woking area. It's a part of the county called Surrey in southern England, is it?
England, yeah.
Yes, and subhanAllah, I was here for an event in one of the universities, and I was told that in this cemetery, two pioneers of Qur'an translations. One of them in particular has a history in my life and in my wife's life, and that is Sheikh Abdullah Yusuf Ali. Subhanallah Azim. I was told that he was buried here, and we came to visit. Actually, there's a brother of mine here, his father also was buried here. So we were coming just to see the cemetery and pray for all the Muslims here who passed away before us. But in particular, I wanted to come just to have a look at this grave site, because the first English Qur'an that I have ever laid my hands on was the translation of Abdullah Yusuf Ali, rahmatullahi alayh. And the main reason why I collected this copy is to hand it over to my wife, who was at that time a Catholic Christian. And subhanallah azim, that was the copy that my wife learned Islam from, and as a result Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided her. And not only her, after that her entire family, her entire sibling and mother and father, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So we came here to pay respect to a man who subhanallah, Allah decided for him to struggle in this dunya, to a point that when he passed away, family members were not around, and the Muslim community took it upon themselves to bury him and to honor him. And we came to do the same, just to honor the man who, subhanAllah, his translation is still benefiting millions of people today. Rahmatullahi alayhi. So I ask you and I urge you, my brothers and sisters in Islam, to pray for him, Abdullah Yusuf Ali. And I remember the one who introduced us to Abdullah Yusuf Ali, none other than the giant of all da'is, in my opinion, Sheikh Ahmed Didat, rahmatullahi alayhi. He used to hold his copy. He printed thousands upon thousands of Abdullah Yusuf Ali's translation and distributed them for free throughout the world. Sheikh Ahmed Didat, rahmatullahi alayhi. This is his grave site. If you happen to be here in this beautiful town, I urge you to come and scan the barcode perhaps here to get to know the history of the man. But this is not it, subhanallah azim. This is not it. So as I was also talking to the brother who informed me about this, he told me that even there is another giant who translated the Qur'an around the same era is Muhammad Pictol. Muhammad Pictol was a Christian, was a non-Muslim. And subhanallah, in 1917, if I recall correctly, he had a speech against the, if you remember, the declaration that was there to divide Palestine at that time. So he was in defense of Palestine. And right after, like a few months later, he embraced Islam. And then he started working on translating the Quran. He's also buried here, subhanallah. Just a few steps from the grave of Abdullah Yusuf Ali, Muhammad Pictol, another translation that is so popular in the Muslim world today, he's also buried a few steps away from his grave. To me, the reflection is that subhanallah al-azim, and they both worked as trustees of the first masjid in this county. So the first masjid is called Shah Jahan, brother?
Shah Jahan.
They were both trustees working together. And then in East London, I think, in Masjid East London, also they worked together. And they passed away, a few years, I think, away from each other. And they were buried in the same cemetery. And on the day of judgment, insha'Allah ta'ala, they will be resurrected together. And they meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah reward them on our behalf, because we benefited a lot from these translations. We'll show you around, inshallah, and ask you to make dua for everyone. Few steps, subhanallah. Few steps. They worked together for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They translated the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They left behind a legacy that I think it will live until the day of judgment. They buried together in the same cemetery. And inshallah, they will be resurrected upon La ilaha illallah on the day of judgment. May Allah have mercy upon them all, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all the Muslims who are buried here and beyond, inshallah.